I'm a retired teacher who worked most of my life in London, in schools. And in the process of my work, I met Mr. Malianga from Zimbabwe, from Sakubva. And he retired as well, suggested it would be a good idea to form a charity to rebuild Sakubva, to help to improve the school system and to help to improve the lives in the township. So we started the project with the charity and we began collecting education materials, software for children to use. And we began collecting computers, we began collecting spectacles, and we shipped the equipment to Zimbabwe to go to the schools and to the township in Sakubva to help to improve the quality of education there and the lives of the people in the townships. And then after a couple of years we decided to go down to Zimbabwe to see how what we were doing was being implemented and what effect it was having on improving the lives of the children in the schools and the people in the communities. And it's really a wonderful thing we did because it showed us not only how useful what we sent was to the community, but it showed us the conditions of the schools, the classrooms, and the community itself. We found classes of children, 80 plus children in a class, as a normal thing. We found one school with 1,850 children aged 5 to 11. And against the fencing of their playground was another area. And when we checked, it was another school with children 5 to 11. And they had 1,700 and something children in that age. We found a number of primary schools, a population explosion of children, beautiful children. And you go into the classrooms and they're sitting quietly, desperate to get an education, not making a noise, focusing. Because without that, one teacher couldn't control 80 children in class. In the townships, we found people using communal bathrooms and toilets and needing help to improve the sanitation and the quality of their lives in their homes. But we found the people, not lazy, we found people who were really hard-working people, thrifty people, friendly people, trying to get a better life for their children, trying to improve their townships, trying to make the best of what they had. And you know, it was one of the best, most important experiences of my life. Doing this to help others and seeing that the help was needed and seeing that the help was being used properly. We found a lot of people there willing to help our charity, willing to do their bit in the townships. And we made contact with libraries, we made contact with people in the community, we even made contact with the police who supported us in what we were doing and who guaranteed our safety and security while we were there. We came back realizing that we had to continue with what we were doing, but we also realized that we needed to raise funds because in many of the schools with that number of children, the one I mentioned earlier with over 1,800 children, they only had proper building structures to house a little over half those children. If there was bad weather, something like 700 children could not have a cover to be in a classroom. So we've come back now with more zeal, with more focus on the need to do what we were doing, but to make sure that we could raise funds to help in the building programs. We're not criticizing any local government or federal government because emerging countries cannot overnight support and provide all the housing, all the institutions that they require in a modern society. And they need as much help as they can get, and we are willing to continue doing this work to make sure that we actually do help in the rebuilding of Sakubva.
Appreciate me so, the kids in no robbery.